School Phonics. All set? Let's chant together. Ache, ache. Ache, cake. Look, ache.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about for Review 2 Lesson 1. Now I really want to get into Review 2 Lesson 2, and this is where we're going to go into our readers, okay? So please take out your readers and okay, so we're going to get into that in a second. And we're going to go through story 2, which is the talent show. Yes. Okay? So I think a good warm-up game or activity for readers here, for your reader story, is a game called Flashcard Duel. It's also known as High Noon. I know my colleague Aaron calls it that. But I just call it Flashcard Duel because I think it's more straightforward and simpler that way. So Flashcard Duel. Does anyone know what a duel is? Exactly. A fight between two people. If you can imagine this scene from the Wild Wild West, right? Two people standing back to back with a gun in their hand, and then walking a certain amount of steps, turning at the same time, and then, okay, shooting each other. But we're going to do this with flashcards. So, can I have a couple volunteers come up? Does anyone want to come up? Come on, please. I just want to demonstrate this with you, and then we're actually gonna do it ourselves with the flashcards that we're gonna make for this reader story. So does anyone want to come up and try this with me? Anyone at the back there? Grace? No? Okay, yeah, come on up. And Grace, okay. Okay, so obviously I have some oh, Grace, I still need you to come up. We need two people, sorry. Here. Sorry, the lights are on you now. So I have some flashcards here. I'm going to give each one of them one flashcard. So stand here. Sorry, yeah. Stand here and then turn around. Yeah, back to back. Okay, now I'm going to give. Okay, and okay, so take this. So they're going to take 3 steps in each direction, and then on the third step, on the count of 3, they're going to turn around at the same time and try to say the other person's flashcard first. Okay, so they're going to take 3 steps and then quickly turn around and then look at the other person's flashcard, and whoever can say it first wins the duel. Okay, so let's try this. Good point. For now, let's just say the word. Okay, and then maybe if we try it again, we can do the other way. So say the word as fast as you can. So let's count them off. So 1, 2, 3, turn.
Robot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's okay. You didn't show. That's okay. Let's try it. Let's try it one more time with different flashcards. Okay. Okay. So back to back again. I'll take those. Okay. Okay. Okay, so one more time. So everyone count them off. 1, 2, 3, turn! Who said it first? Okay, you said pen. Okay, so Grace would be the winner. Yeah, okay, so here's a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so that is flashcard duel. All right. Now, I want us to make our own flashcards, and then with the flashcards that you make, you can play flashcard duel with your partner just sitting beside you, okay? So it's going to be a race. So for each table, just keep one set. So take one for your table and then pass the rest down. I think we're going to have enough here. So good. Take this. Yeah. Okay, so take one for your table and then pass them down. Oh yeah, and then this is where we need the glue stick as well. Take one glue stick, so yeah. You know what, it might be easier. Okay, so for this, just a phonics activity, what you can do, it's going to be a race to see who can put the flashcards together the fastest. But just to add more of a phonics element to it, you can take turns. One person has a flashcard, they say it, and then their partner has to quickly find it, right? And they have to find the matching flashcard, and then you quickly glue it together. Next one. Then the other partner says the word, the other person has to quickly find it. Okay? So let's do this as fast as we can. So we're going to put these flashcards together, and then we're going to play flashcard duel with them. That's the idea, okay? So go to it. If you need help, I'll be walking up and down. Yeah, there are a lot. Yeah, glue them together. So yeah, put the picture onto the back of the word. All right, everyone. Sorry, we have to get going. I hope you were able to put them together and play flashcard duel a little bit with them. Of course, you can do other games with those flashcards, but those would be the students' own flashcards that they could make, right, and have. So let's read the story. Now that we've warmed up, we could preview the story by asking some questions, right? So here, if you look at the cover page, what could I maybe ask here to just sort of build the interest of students in this story? What's maybe a question?
What do you see on the cover?
Yeah, what do you see on the cover?
What animal can you see on the cover?
What animals can you see? Great. Maybe where what are they doing? Where are they? Also, if you notice,
How do they feel?
yeah, how do they feel? There are different emotions there, different facial expressions. Also, one that might be very good is, what are your talents? Right? You can ask students, what are your talents? What are you good at? Because obviously they're going to be showing off their talents at this talent show. Okay, and I don't think we have time for this, but I would suggest before actually reading the story, take a picture walk with students. So the same kind of thing that we did with the cover page, just walk through the story, just ignore the words for now, and just focus on the pictures. What do you see? How do they feel? Again, similar kinds of questions, but for each page. Maybe, what is the octopus playing? What is the panda doing? What are the king and queen doing, etc. What colors do you see on the canvas? Okay, so take a picture walk, and then you could actually read the story with students. So what else? What else is there? Again, there are story animations. So not only can you read the story with students, you can show them an animation so that they can kind of put it into better context and maybe understand the story a lot better. So if we go back to our digital content here, which is the same as the content on the app, let's go to Unit 8. You can see Unit 4, Unit 8, and Unit 12 are the readers units. So Review 2, and I go to Lesson 2, which is for the readers.
The Talent Show.
And now we can watch this animation.
The king and queen have a question.
So yeah, you can walk through the story at the same time if you want. Oh, and you can add subtitles.
Octopus plays the
Yeah,
piano.
you can have the subtitles or not.
The king and queen dance. Panda paints a picture. The king and queen pose. And what can you do? Ostrich juggles with melons. Uh-oh, the melon is on ostrich. The king and queen clap.
All right, so that is the story animation, and there, of course, is a story animation for each story. All right. Like I mentioned earlier, there are playlists, dramatic plays with scripts, okay, and with stick puppets that students can do. So they can practice these lines, and they can each be a character in the story. So I was going to actually have you make the stick puppets and maybe practice some of this, but I don't think we're going to have time for that. Anyways, though, there are playlists and there are stick puppets, so you can just cut out these character images. You can attach, just popsicle sticks onto the back, and it just makes it feel a little bit more like a play, a little bit more dramatic. And I always find that if students can hold something up in front of them, they're a little bit less shy. I find it's like putting on a bit of a mask. These are quite small, but students' faces are small as well. Anyways, so there are stick puppets that students can make, and it might help them be a little bit more enthusiastic when doing these playlists. Okay? What else do we have here? My storybook. Like I mentioned earlier, so let's pass these around. Here are two samples of the storybook that students can make for this story and every other story. Okay, so take a look at this and just pass it down. So it's just another way to review and extend, okay, students like their ability to practice and look at all of these targets, okay? So there's my storybook, and just quickly, I'll just go over this. They have to cut out the lines for each scene, and they have to stick them onto the correct scene after they've cut them out, and then they can put them together. So my colleague and I just actually made these samples this morning, so it really doesn't take much time, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And once you've done one, it's going to become a lot easier. So you can find these in the teacher's manual. You can print those off and have students cut out all the scenes, put the lines on, and make their own book. So they'll have their own book for each story. Maybe they could draw and decorate them, whatever.